be still. Those captivating words spoken by my Bishop Glen Ferguson got my full attention as he delivered a sermon entitled, When God Shows Up. The main text was taken from the book of Exodus chapter 14, verses 10 to 14 and verses 21 to 22. This well-known Bible story illustrates the grand exodus of the children of Israel from the land of Egypt, where they were held captive for 430 years. Their time of rejoicing and jubilation is soon cut short as God hardens the heart of Pharaoh, who now pursues them with hundreds of chariots. Now God's people faced the Red Sea with Pharaoh on their heels, and when they saw their demise, they lashed out at Moses, even saying that it was better that they had remained in captivity. Oftentimes when our back is against the wall, we forget the many times that God has delivered us from trouble. All we see is our Red Sea, the bad medical report, the insurmountable debt, and we tend to murmur. But this message came to remind us that if we only be still, the Lord will fight for us and he will show up. Moses is now in a precarious position. The people are very angry and there is nowhere to turn. God says to Moses, "Why are you crying to me? Tell the people to go forward. Use the rod that is in your hand, stretch it forth across the waters and divide it. You divide it." And so Moses obeyed. The seas rolled back by a strong east wind, and the people of God walked through the sea on dry land. And so God speaks to Moses again, telling him to stretch forth his rod. So Moses stretches forth the rod, and the waters go back to its original state, covering Pharaoh, the horsemen, and the 600 chariots. The Bible actually declares, "There remained not so much as one of them," meaning everyone drowned. As the bishop preached, there were two things that he said that really resonated with me. The first one being, sometimes we speak about our problems, but we do not speak to the problem. The second thing he said was, the same water that delivered the children of Israel drowned their enemies. God is not afraid of your impassable water or your raging storm. He is the master of the storm. He is the one that said to the winds and the waves, "Peace be still." Where we are now has nothing to do with where we're going. But do you still believe that God can make the impossible possible? So no matter what we see, we must hold on to God's unchanging hand and declare, like a tree planted by the water, "I shall not be moved." Please subscribe to our YouTube channel to see the full length of this sermon, and let God's word rescue you from bad thoughts and any lie that the devil has planted in your subconscious. Let this word cast down any vain imagination or anything that has exalted itself in your life above the knowledge of Jesus Christ. This has been the Word in Review. See you next time. Bye for now.